What's up, guys? It's your boy Phlick once again. For many of you guys that don't know, your boy Phlick is a father. Yes, guys, I am a father. I'm a dad to a 12-year-old son. And today, guys, we're going to go over the hurdles that I go through with my 12-year-old son and the things that you should never do as a father. If this sounds interesting, guys, well, let's jump into it. Number one, don't ever insult your son or verbally abuse your kids or your children. Guys, verbal abuse could be more damaging than actually, physically hitting your kid. What do I mean by that? I don't condone either or, guys. When you verbally abuse your kids or you cuss them out or you call them by names, you damage them mentally and physically and you lower their self-esteem. Guys, this is one of the things that a lot of parents do and a lot of fathers do to their kids when they're pissed off or when they do something wrong. They tend to get upset and they tend to look at their children as if they're adults. Guys, kids are not adults. And just as we are growing and learning, they are also learning. We need to set the example by teaching our kids how to properly, develop themselves. And a lot of the things that I see from a lot of guys is that they verbally abuse their kids or they cuss out their kids or they, call them bad words, guys. That's a big no-no. You never do that to your kid because your kid could grow up and take that as something that, that's going to change, the impact of how they grow up. I'll give you a perfect example, guys. When I was young, my mom used to cuss me out every now and then and used to call me an idiot, no good for nothing. Guys, as I got older, I actually started to believe that I wasn't nothing. And I don't hold any, resentment towards my mom, but sometimes guys verbally abusing your kids or cussing your kids out and calling them by names could really have an impact on your child's life. Number two, don't consume alcohol in front of your kids. In other words, don't get faded or don't get drunk in front of your kids. What I mean by that, guys, as fathers, we are the example to our children. And what our kids see us doing, they will also do it as well. It's like the monkey see, monkey do. Our kids, guys, are the image of us. Our kids pick up from what we do. And it's not that I don't want to drink in front of my kid, is that I can handle my drinking, but your kid might not be able to handle it. We all have different personalities, guys, and this is a reason why I don't drink in front of my kid. I do not consume any alcohol. Every time I go consume alcohol and I party, I don't do it in front of my kids, even at family gatherings. This is one of the things, guys, that our kids pick up on what we do. And thus, guys, we're setting an example for our kids to not control themselves and consume alcohol as they get older. Number three, don't fight with your significant other in front of your kids. Guys, sometimes we tend to make the mistakes of arguing in front of our children and getting into an altercation with other people like family members or etc. Guys, all this affects your kid. All this affects your child. They see that and it hurts them just as much as it hurts you. Like I said, guys, kids are like a sponge. They pick up on everything that we do and they notice everything that we do. We might not realize it, guys, but subconsciously, our kids know when something is going wrong, when there's an altercation. And what happens, guys, is that our kids pick up on that and they start developing our habits. They start developing, all our bad behavior. So don't argue or don't fight in front of your kids with either family members, with your significant other, or just in general, guys. Always be courteous and say, let me talk to you on the side, not in front of the kids. Number four, don't instill hate or resentment to your kids. What I mean by that, if you don't get along with somebody, with a family member, with your spouse, cousin, etc., etc., do not feed this anger to your kids, guys. Do not feed none of this malice to your kids, because what happens is your kids grow up hating their cousins, hating their parents, hating et cetera, their significant other. Guys, you're instilling that hate and that anger to your kids. And that's one of the mistakes that we do as parents, because we're pissed off at someone. We want our kids to be pissed off too. And we cut them off from their cousins. We cut them off from their family members. Guys, whatever drama we have, don't involve your kids. Your kids are innocent in this. Number 5, don't stop your kids from being their own individual, or let your kids be their own self. What I mean by that, we as parents, we want our kids to emulate us. We want our kids to follow in our footsteps. We want our kids to develop the skills that we have. But by doing that, we're actually stopping them from them becoming their own individual. And then you wonder why your kids grow up hating their job or hating their profession because it was something that they never wanted to do. Guys, don't do that. Let your kids be their own. If they want to cut their hair this certain way, if they want to wear their clothes that certain way, if they want to act a certain way, let them be. They are their own. Let them develop their own persona. They don't have to be like you. You are you and they are they. And accept it for what it is. Number 6 and final one. And this is to all my guys that are single fathers out there. No matter what, guys, do your best to get along with your baby's mom. You don't know how much this will impact your child's life. When two parents are in conflict, guys, there's a lot of back and forth tension going on, and your child feels it. And if you think it doesn't affect your child, it really does. Your kid could grow up having resentment for either both parents or one or the other parent, guys. Guys, I want you to understand that if you don't get along with your baby's mom is not going to go away. She's going to be in your life forever. Forever, I mean, guys, because your son's not going to go away. Your son is always going to be there in your life, and thus your baby mom is always going to be there. As much as you want to cut her off because you guys don't get along, because you guys broke up, guys, try your best to let bygones be bygones and get along as much as you can for your child's sake. You guys don't have to be best friends or buddy-buddy, but just come to a mutual understanding so there's no malice being thrown around. And that's it for today, guys. If you found this video informative, hit the like, hit the comment, guys. Let me know what you guys want to see next. I am your boy, Phlick, improving your life one video at a time. And until next time, peace.